would you like for dessert, Judge Bell?
Well, a few more spare ribs will just hit the spot.
Honestly, Uncle Homer.
Well, have you thought of anything yet, Casey?
No.
Neither have I.
But I do have an idea.
What?
Well, why don't we put our money together and then buy Uncle Homer a birthday present that's really something?
That's a wonderful idea. Then we only have to think of one present instead of two.
Right.
Oh, that should be easy.
Now, what should we get?
Well, how about a year's supply of spare ribs?
Maude. I've been looking at this gift catalog, but... Well, if only he'd mentioned something he likes. But you know Uncle Homer, he never does.
Well, you better go in and open the hinting season.
Feel him out?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll do. But I'll have to be very subtle.
Yes, you will.
Uncle Homer?
Yes?
Do you know what a friend of mine at school the other day was telling me about a relative of his he wants to buy a gift for?
No. What would a friend of yours the other day at school ask you
Now,
about?
be serious. He's one of these men who have everything.
Who, dear?
This relative of this friend of mine who was telling me the other day.
Oh, I see.
Well, he asked me if I had any suggestions. And I just happened to be looking at this gift catalog and... Oh, well, what do you think about giving this relative of this friend of mine something for his car?
Well, it depends. What would it be?
A horn.
I should think that would come in very handy.
Oh, no. This is a special kind of horn. It makes a sound like a bull moose. It's just a gimmick. You know, for the man who has everything.
Yes, who has everything but a female moose.
And you don't think it would be fun to have?
Not in this state. It's against the law.
Oh. Well, this other idea I have is really the best.
Yes?
A foot vibrator. What do you think?
Well, I should think that would be very nice for a man who felt that his feet needed stimulation.
Well, everybody's feet could use a little. I'm sure mine could.
My Maude, do you mean to say you'd like to have a foot vibrator?
Who, me? Oh, no.
But wouldn't you? I mean...
Well, what about your friend's relative?
Well, I just meant that, you would like it, too. You know what you could even do with this, Uncle Homer?
What?
You could put it under your bench at court and have your feet taken care of during a trial.
Casey.
Who would know?
Everybody would know.
Huh?
I'm ticklish.
Honestly, Uncle Homer.
I'll answer it to Maude. That'll be Charlie Bennett. We're going to do some work tonight on the court calendar. Hello, Charlie. Good.
Hello, Homer. What's so funny?
Poor Casey. She and Maude are trying so hard to find out what I want for my birthday, and I won't cooperate. Sit down.
Why not?
Well, I don't want them to spend their hard-earned money on me.
Oh, they're going to get you something, whether you want them to or not.
Yes, that's what I'm afraid of.
That'll make more sense if you throw them a hint. Something nice and cheap. That way they can't spend too much.
Charlie, I like that idea.
Don't charge, Homer. Well, let's get to work on our calendar, shall we?
Oh, let the calendar wait a minute. Let's have a look, see if we can find something to suggest.
Hey, how about that Swiss knife? 8 different blades and a pair of scissors.
Oh, no, $8.95. That's too much.
Well, it's just a little over $1 a blade. How about that?
No, that's too much. Here. There. A leather punch.
A leather punch? Well, what on earth would you do with that?
I wouldn't know, but it's only $1.65.
Casey,
Yes, Maude?
did you leave this clipping on the table?
No, I didn't.
Well, I didn't either.
You mean it's something Uncle Homer clipped out? A leather punch? Now, what would he want that for?
Well, the way he's been eating lately, he could use a few extra holes in his belt.
And what's on the other side?
Telescopic rifle.
That's what he wants?
You think so?
Well, obviously. What's he going to do with a silly old leather punch for $1.65?
For the discriminating sportsman.
Oh, Maude, this is wonderful. Now we can get him something he really wants.
Well-curved pistol grip.
Dreamy.
Beautifully tapered steel barrel.
Terrific.
$99.
Yipe.
And 50 cents.
You wouldn't be willing to go a little higher for a present like this? He'd be bowled over.
So would we. We were planning to spend around $10, remember?
That's right. It's ridiculous. Isn't it?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Of course. Casey, get a pencil and let's go over our finances.
Oh, Maude! Now, let's see. There's the $5 I've got put aside for his present. $1.50 in the school bank. And $2 in my bureau drawer. That's $8.50.
Well, I've got $12 put aside, and about $4 in my mad money, and maybe $1 in change in my purse.
Oh, we're still a little short. What could you borrow from your household money?
Oh, I couldn't do that.
No.
Unless I economized.
That's the spirit, Maude. Economize. We can save on oil, too. A cool house is much better for your health anyway. They tell you that in Biology 1. I can earn money, too. I can work after school and on weekends, babysitting, running errands, anything I can get.
Casey, that gives me an idea. You know Mr. Whipple who runs the Tip Top Inn?
That noisy place on Elm Street?
Well, I've got a standing offer from him. Any one of my layer cakes at $1.65. And we got almost 2 weeks.
Maude, we've got it made.
Maude, you could teach the Hungarians how to make goulash.
Thank you, Judge Bell.
May I have a little more?
Well, I'm afraid that's all there is.
Oh? Oh, well. I'm looking forward to the dessert anyway.
Here you are. Eat hearty.
Thank you. Where's the cake?
What cake?
Well, the cake you've been baking. Why, the whole house smelled so deliciously of...
You smell baking?
No, Maude, I don't smell baking. Do you smell baking?
No, I don't smell baking.
Now, don't tell me that I have hallucinations. There is a definite odor of baking in this house.
I know what you smell. I spilled some vanilla on the stove. By accident.
Yes, that's what it is. Burned vanilla.
Oh, but another thing, Maude. Why is the house so chilly?
You're chilly?
Yes.
Casey, are you chilly?
No, Maude, I'm not chilly. Are you chilly?
No, I'm not chilly.
What is this, a minstrel act? I tell you the house is chilly, I am not getting enough to eat, and there is no cake. Maude, are you starting another one of your economy waves?
Why,
Uncle Homer, remember I was telling you what a friend of mine at school was telling me about a relative of his he wanted to buy a gift for?
Oh, I remember it. Maude,
well, guess what? He's finally decided what to get him.
He has? What is it?
Oh, I gave him my word I wouldn't reveal it to anyone. But I can tell you this. He's going to be thrilled when he gets it.
He is?
And he's going to be thrilled when he uses it, too. Isn't he, Maude?
Get him out of doors, too. That won't hurt his waistline a bit.
Out of doors? Can't he use it indoors?
Well, it could, but I don't think the neighbors would approve.
They wouldn't? Why not?
Well, how would you like it if your neighbors started...
Maude! And stop crying.
The neighbors wouldn't approve. Now, what could they mean by that?
You sure they saw this clipping with a leather punch on it?
Well, they must have. I left it here on the coffee table. Later, I found it on the mantel.
Homer, old boy, I don't mind taking 2 nights on this calendar, but I would like to get it done.
Oh, I'm sorry, Charlie. Now, where were we?
Well, last night we got as far as setting Potter versus Markson.
Can't be used indoors.
What?
Nothing, but I can't figure it out. Why would the neighbors object to a telescopic rifle?
Uh-oh.
Bless my soul, they looked at the wrong side.
Well-curved grip. Hey, that rifle's a honey.
Well, it ought to be at $99.50.
Make a darn nice present.
Yes, but I'm not going to let them spend that kind of money on me. No, I'm going to put a stop to this right now.
Are we anywhere near 99.50 yet?
I'm just figuring. 92 cents saved on meals today. $6 we got for the cakes. Minus $2.35 for the ingredients. $2 I got from Mrs. Stone. Minus bus fare. Carry 5. Maude, we've only got $45.51 to go. Do you think we'll make it?
Well, we've still got 12 days.
Maude, if we don't get Uncle Homer that rifle, I'll just die.
Now, don't you fret, Casey. When you work as hard as this for something, you're bound to get it. I wouldn't do this for anybody but the judge, though, I'll tell you that.
Charlie, I have to let them buy it.
Buy what?
That rifle.
Oh, sure, it's a honey.
That's what I mean. I can't stop them now. They'd be so terribly disappointed.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, suit yourself. Say, look, Homer, I think I've got October beautifully balanced here. You know, if we switch Layton versus Oakson and the Dillingham case...
Do you know what they've been doing?
Huh? Who?
Maude and Casey.
I don't see their name on the list. Oh, Maude and Casey. No, what have they been doing?
Casey's been working after school, and Maude has been baking and selling cakes to raise enough money to buy me that rifle.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I know our housekeeper, Frida, wouldn't do that for me.
How do you know?
She can't bake.
Well, I just can't let them do it.
Okay. Look, as I was saying about October, and the only trouble is the Dillingham case may lap over a few days into November. Now, suppose we...
By George, I've got it.
Well, you think we can crowd it all into October?
I'll just give Maude and Casey the money. That's it. Now, let's see. The only trouble about this Dillingham case moving it over into November is that their lawyer's going to the coast. Unless we put it into December.
You can't do that.
Why? You think it'll be unfair to Dillingham?
No, I think it'd be unfair to Maude and Casey.
Why, I didn't know they knew Dillingham.
What? Huh? No, I'm talking about giving them the money.
Oh.
You'd be insulting them.
Oh, well, I just won't hand them the money. No, I'll think of some way of getting it to them without them knowing it's from me.
How?
Well, I'll think about that. Now, this point here, you know, actually, this case should go over into special sessions. It's really under their jurisdiction.
You know something? You're right, Homer. You realize we'd save 3 days doing that? Why, it's like finding money in the streets. Now, if we can only do the same thing in November.
Hi, George, you've given me an idea.
On how to save 3 days in November?
No, about getting the money to Casey and Maude without their knowing it's from me.
Oh.
Don't you see? Why don't you keep your mind on the thing for a moment, huh?
Maude! Yes, Judge?
Would you come here a moment, please?
Yes?
Don't your bushes look a little shabby?
Well, I guess they do.
Yes, I think they need pruning.
Well, I'll have to get at them.
What's that down there? What is that?
Oh, that? Oh, that's just play money, Judge Bell. The youngsters next door are always throwing things over...
No, don't throw it away. One should always look at those things, Maude.
Good gracious, it's real!
Huh?
The $20 bill, and another, and another, and another.
My God, $100. Maude, you found $100.
Good gracious. Here, Judge.
No, don't give it to me, my dear. You found it.
Well, if it hadn't been for you, I'd have thrown it away.
Oh, no, Maude. Possession is 9 points of the law. You found it. Congratulations.
Oh, Judge Bell, it's so wonderful. Wait till I tell Casey. Casey! Casey, you won't believe what's happened. You won't believe it.
What?
Maude found $100 in the flower bed.
No.
course, Judge, you're really the one who found it.
Oh, now, Maude, just because you didn't realize immediately it was cash is inconsequential. You found the money.
Well, the least we can do is to go 50-50.
No, I wouldn't think of it.
I insist.
Ah, now, Maude.
What is the matter with you? That money has got to be turned over to the police.
What?
It does.
Well, of course it does. You found the money, Maude, but somebody lost it.
You're right.
Well, now, don't let's be too hasty about this. After all, finders, keepers.
Uncle Homer!
I mean to say, losers, weepers.
I'd better call the police station right away and report it.
No, don't do that, Casey. Maude, I'll turn in the money.
Oh, you needn't bother, Uncle Homer. I'm free this afternoon. I'll turn it in.
Well, as a matter of fact, I have to see Chief Mackenzie on something else, so I'll turn it in. There. I hadn't thought of it.
Hadn't thought of what?
Nothing. Maude, isn't it getting awfully warm in the house?
How are we doing?
Terrible.
Why Mr. Whipple had to choose this time to close up and take a vacation, I'll never know.
And only 3 more days to go.
And now we're stuck with 6 cakes.
Hello, Casey.
Hi, Uncle Homer.
Maude, I have the most wonderful news for you.
What's that, Judge Bell?
You know the money that you found last week?
Uh-huh.
Well, nobody came to claim it, and Inspector Johnson says it's all yours.
Oh, my. Oh, me, oh, my. Casey, did you hear that?
Yes.
Now, don't you spend it all in one place.
Uncle Homer, isn't that rather odd?
Odd? What's odd?
Well, wouldn't you think the police would hold on to that money a little while?
Well, they did, you see. They did. They held on to it for a whole week.
Well, why only a week?
Well, I mean to say, if you lost some money, would it take you longer than a week to look for it? No, I'm very happy for you, Maude.
But suppose the person who lost it doesn't know it yet.
Well, now, I don't think that's very likely. Good luck, Maude.
But suppose the person who lost it is out of town or from a different part of the country.
I really don't think that is very likely. Now, don't worry yourself about it at all. Maude, what's for dinner tonight?
Cake.
If it please the court, counsel would like to call the attention of His Honor to the case of Benedict versus Johnson, which is reported in 36 New York 319. The situation there was similar in most respects to the one at issue here. In that case, the appellate ruled.
How do I look?
Well, let me put it this way. Now I know who's going to do all the cooking on our hunting trip.
My boy, I'll wager that my eye is as good as yours any day.
Sir, with this rifle, you don't need an eye. It practically aims itself. Well, practically.
It's a beauty, all right.
You can't do better for wild game of target shooting. I got one from my mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law?
That's right. She was runner-up in the county championship last year. And she's crazy about it, too. Oh, yes, you can't make a better buy.
I'm not buying it.
Oh, just browsing?
Well, some people are coming in to buy it, and I just wanted to see what...
Homer, look who just stepped off the elevator.
Good heavens. They would pick the same day. What's down at the end of the store there?
Television.
Come along, let's go. See the picture.
Can I help you, ladies?
We were interested in a rifle with a telescopic sight.
Oh, yes. Didn't I see you at the skeet shooting finals last year?
You're not. I don't believe in shooting wildlife of any kind.
Is that the rifle you advertised for $99.50?
That's right. Let me tell you something about this rifle. You'll notice it's well-curved pistol grip, checkered forearm, and
beautifully tapered steel barrel. We'll take it.
Well, certainly, miss. I'll have it wrapped.
Pardon me, can I get a couple of pads of rifle targets, please?
Be right with you, sir.
Hello, Inspector Johnson.
Well, Casey, how are you? Hello, Maude.
Boy, were we ever glad to get that money back.
What money is that?
The money Uncle Homer turned in that was lost.
Lost?
Yes. And you gave it back to him after a week because nobody claimed it.
How's that again?
The money that Maude found.
You got me.
But you just... Or did you?
Casey, you feel all right?
Here you are. That's $99.50.
Yes, go on.
Well, I didn't want them to spend all that money on me, so I dropped the money where they could find it.
And she insisted on turning it back. That's a hot one.
Well, am I cleared now?
Well, as long as you report the parole board once a week. Excuse me. Hello. Oh? Well, put her on. It's your niece.
How did she know I was here?
She doesn't. Wants to talk to me. Hello.
This is Casey. How are you?
Fine. How are you, Casey?
Well, fine.
Could I talk to you about a hypotheoretical question?
Well, it's in the case when somebody doesn't return some money that they should have, or that they found, see? And this other party is the recipient of it thereof. Now, what responsibility does the party of the second part have under the law?
I see. Well, look, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you'll hold on a minute, I'll put this question to our legal department. It's a little hard to figure out what she's trying to say, but I think she's worried about using that money.
Tell her it's a clear case of questarian locum, and she has nothing to worry about.
It's a clear case of questarian
locum.
A clear case of questarian locum, and there's nothing to worry about.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Perfectly welcome, Casey.
Bye.
Goodbye, dear. What was that, Latin?
Questarian locum.
What does that mean?
Never look a gift horse in the mouth.
What a good dinner this is.
Well, after all, it's a birthday dinner.
Hey, what about the rifle? When are they going to give it to you?
Oh, not till after the other guests arrive, about 8:30.
Oh, yeah.
It was very nice of you to get me that gun case to go with it.
Well, listen, you got to have the equipment. Man can't have a gun without...
Uncle Homer?
Yes, my dear?
If you'll come into the kitchen now, we have a little surprise for you.
Well, why not bring it in here?
Well, it's kind of a private surprise.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, certainly.
There we go.
Now, close your eyes. Open them. Happy birthday, Uncle Homer.
Many happy returns.
Oh, thank you. Oh, what's this? $100? Why?
Now, don't say anything, Uncle Homer. You don't have to.
But
It was Casey's idea, and a darn good one, too.
But I don't understand what...
You don't have to pretend with Maude and me, Uncle Homer.
Pretend?
Well, it took us a little time to realize, but we finally caught on.
Realize? Would you please tell me what...
That you would have turned in the money if you hadn't needed it pretty badly.
Now, just a minute. Wait just a minute.
No explanations are necessary, Uncle Homer.
But
That's right, Judge. All we want is what is best for you.
But, you see, you don't... Casey. Maude. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I don't get it. You mean they gave you back your own money?
I don't see what's so funny about that. There goes my beautiful rifle right out the window.
Oh, why? You got the money, you buy it.
Me buy it? Don't be ridiculous. I wouldn't spend that amount of money on myself.